How did the idea for the show come about to begin with? And then, once season 1 was a hit, how did you guys decide to make it an anthology, something that would continue with different storylines over each season?
Well, we always, when we pitch the series, you don't just get to pitch a series, you pretty much have to pitch, okay, what's your 5-year vision for the series? So that first initial meeting was about the Harmon family and Jessica's character, and but also about, and then every year we're going to reboot it, and it's going to be a different type of horror story with a different tone, and the Orson Welles repertory cast idea, so that was always there from the beginning. And then I think even before we wanted to write about horror, I think we were talking about, I was being very influenced at the time by Louis Malle and watching a lot of Louis Malle, and I was like, I really want to do a piece on infidelity. So it really started with that, and the idea of this couple, that being a true horror, what they moved into, and Brad is a big horror fan, as am I, so it just sort of became that. But before it was anything, the first idea was to do a piece about infidelity.
Right there with the headband.
Hi, my question's for the cast. I was wondering, from going season 1 to season 2, how was it as interacting with the same people, but as different characters, with yourself also being a different character?
Say something. Somebody say
something. Okay, I'll take it. For me, I love the theater, and I think the idea of getting to do something like rep theater on television is so brilliant, and for an actor, it's such a dream come true to be able to be in the safe company of these incredible writers and these other actors, and so you have this safety, you have this family, and because of Ryan, I don't think there's anyone else who could do it, and he's just he's a genius. So to get to come back, it really is a dream job for an actor, because you're never going to get bored, and then you're safe too. Thank you.
With the bow tie, the pink bow tie.
Hi, so this question is for Ryan, but also for anyone else who wants to contribute. The horror genre was something that used to be kind of exclusively in movie theaters and kind of outside of people's homes. So now that you're bringing it into people's homes and you're kind of responsible for that fear all the time, how does that feel to be a part of something that's really getting into the heart of people?
Well, we were by no means the first. I mean, a year before us was The Walking Dead, which is such a fantastic show. And I've gone around. I love that show. I loved that it premiered on Halloween night. I loved everything about the atmosphere that created. But the genre is becoming more and more popular, I think, because, I mean, if you look back at one certain period, which it was really, I think of as storytelling horror, which was like Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist and these classic films, and then it kind of got into, the Virgin being chased with a knife, and then it became a little bit of a snuff film in the 90s, and I think it's coming back to, particularly on television, I think character-based, which is great, and you don't attract a cast like this if you're just doing gore. It has to be about something. This show is great because you can really make a statement. You have a theme every year, and that is a great joy to write to.
Yeah, and I think we've always, well, at least approached the horror genre as something that exists in people's lives, and they need boogeymen to represent their own anxiety and fear. And obviously now, I think people expect it to be right in front of them all the time. They don't expect to have to leave the house to get stimulation. They want it right there. And so I just think that we're just providing an opportunity for imagery for people that are a little anxious right now.